Just going to do a video quickly on, I don't know, sort of covering the belief that nothing is real. I guess it's kind of nihilism, but it's not nihilism because nihilism can't really exist in a meaningful, measurable way. You can't self-measure any kind of belief system as a nihilist, so you can't label yourself a nihilist. So it's not nihilism, but I guess it's nihilism of reality in a way. So at this moment in time, I've had quite a few like spiritual type encounters. Quite a lot of time to analyze religions and philosophy worldwide, essentially, and sort of in my own internal philosophy, my own sort of emotional feelings towards things. And after looking at everything, all these different kind of belief systems that conflict, and these ideas of like yin yang, and then opposing ideas such as, well, actually, because Christianity and the Abrahamic religions are kind of still just yin yang, the devil aspect and the good aspect. Although maybe the Greek gods and the many deities religions aren't so much about the balance aspect, they're more just about a lot of different aspects, and you just pray through the wall. But yeah, I'm starting to come to the conclusion that none of this is real, or that this isn't the real world itself, that this is kind of an illusion or a dream that we're kind of flying through and perceiving and deciding that bits of are real, or that it matters, or there's any significance to it. It seems to me that all the significance attached is perceptually based. By this kind of reasoning, it seems that if it is perceptually based, it's not real to begin with, because you kind of have to take that from this world that could seem real and make that into your own perception. When you analyze all kinds of different religions, you come with a common theme to a lot of them, is the whole kind of balance. The whole yin yang aspect seems to be the main thing of religions. If you look at, like, for example, Christianity or Islam, it's the duality of good versus evil. It seems like whilst it inherently talks about good overcoming evil, that the theme that you would get from it talking about good and evil is that we are in a constant state of balance of good and evil. Say Buddhism is pretty much attaining this balance in itself. You know, a lot of religions seem to be about this, or they'll have all the different deities and the aspects of deities, and they have an idea that basically you should pray to different deities, but it feels as though all these different aspects would turn into a balance of their own accord, in a way. Because you even have like deities that account for chaos, and deities such as Dionysius, god of divine madness and such, which a friend of mine describes me as being Dionysius. Not entirely sure why. But then you have like the Aztec religions, which I don't understand entirely, so I could be speaking from ignorance, so forgive me if I am, which seem to be just about ritual sacrifice and cannibalizing people for the gods to feel the godly instinct within you, and they don't seem to be very balanced religions. You get other religions, what are those really insane sect of Hindus, the Agori Hindus, who just believe that everything is sacred and that basically nothing matters. So, you know, the same pleasure can be derived from cutting your own leg off as engaging in, you know, a gaming competition, pooing in your own mouth, anything. It's all the same thing. It's all sacred. Nothing's more or less beautiful. It just is an experience of reality, which is kind of a cop out. That's, you know, that's an example of a religion, I suppose. There are tons of kind of aboriginal beliefs where they pray to animals and pray to not a deity but an essence of a deity. There's the whole aboriginal dreaming ideas and such. And then there's other philosophies such as, well, I guess there's the whole Schrodinger's cat thing, that it's simultaneously in the box and outside of the box. There's these considerations of multiple universes, sort of an omniverse theory. There's the concept of do we just die and that's the end of it? That it's all just a biological mechanism, and because we developed a brain to survive, and we've developed this idea that we mean something and there's more to it, that's our survival mechanism, and it's all sort of motivated by biology, that it tricks us into believing that it's real when actually it's just biological mechanisms. To me, though, it seems like there's so much conflicting and so much going on that I feel as though this isn't really real in a proper sense. As in, it's real as in I'm experiencing it, but it's not meaningful. There's no kind of congruence of a religious ideology or any theme that really justifies what it is as such in this world. I don't believe in any of them as such. It more seems to me that this world is a dream. This world is an interpretation of something else. So I do believe in some sort of maybe spiritual or mystical aspect. I just don't know what it is. I don't know if this world will become something else, if it's a projection of our own subconscious, or if we die and we understand our meaning after we die. I feel as though, in truth, it might just be the biological mechanism making us think it's real. But I don't think any of this is actually real, as strange as that might sound. I feel as though, like I said, this is a metaphor for something that is real, but this in itself, once this is finished, the memory of this will go, and then we'll become something real. As though, well, the dream world is the real world, and this is our dream world, when it really comes to it. In the same way that you forget dreams, this will be forgotten, and we'll go back to something else that was the real world. I mean, you could expand on this and say perhaps that's an infinite cycle and you die in all these variants of dream worlds. But then, well, what about the final death? Maybe it's an infinite cycle. I feel like there's a final thing. Maybe it is death in this world, maybe it's in the next. And that will determine what reality actually is for us. Whereas this is just a shared construct, a shared idea of reality, shared between a lot of whatever. I don't know what it is, because it's not real. But that it isn't a true form of reality. It's just an idea of what reality could be. It's like when you see a movie about something that doesn't exist yet. Until it exists, it's just an idea about reality. I feel as though this perception of consciousness is an idea of reality and not actually reality. I can't keep expanding on that because that's pretty much as far as it goes. It just doesn't seem like this is real. There's too much conflicting. It's too chaotic, but at the same time orderly. There are too many things that conflict and go together at once for it to be real. There is too much happening without any clear direction, is the way that I would describe religion and philosophy. To define any of it as real is odd, or to define it as meaningful perhaps is a better way of translating that. I don't know, it's hard for me to know what I'm saying. It's hard to really understand your actual view of consciousness. It's hard for you to really know it, because it's something that I feel we think about and we construct, but that construct isn't our core as such. So to me, I think reality is a shallow image of something else that's more real. Maybe more real is a better translation. Anyways, that is how I feel about reality at the moment. Hope you liked it. And if you didn't, I don't give a fuck. It's not real anyway.